Y'all, you know, I feel so defeated, man. I feel so defeated right now, and I feel very depressed. I just feel like committing suicide. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to kill myself. But sometimes I feel like doing it, man, because I just feel like this life is just not worth living. Because, I'm still thinking, like I said, I'm still thinking about, how other guys out here making progress, getting women and stuff, and I see all these guys on campus, talking to these women, I'm hearing girls talking to their friends on the phone about relationships and, all this other bullshit. I keep on, it's windy. I keep on hearing about all these other people talking about relationships and stuff, and talking about their boyfriend and their girlfriend and all that kind of stuff, and I just feel so left out. Don't have nobody to talk to. Don't have nobody to express how I feel. So that's why I just make YouTube videos to express how I feel. Hate it every time when I'm making a video, somebody always gotta distract me. But you know, I just I just I just can't go on, y'all. I really can't. I just feel really depressed, man. I hate this college. I know I'm saying the same stuff I've been saying over and over and over again, but I just feel so defeated because I see so many people this week at my college is homecoming week. Homecoming is like when all the alumni and everybody come to the college and they all have like these different events. They have football games, they have, beauty pageants, but some of that stuff not free. Some of that stuff you gotta pay for that stuff. But you can go to football games for free as long as you're a student and you have your ID. I'm a student, I have my ID, so I can go for free if I wanted to. But I don't think I'm going, because if I did go to homecoming, because homecoming is this weekend. If I did go, I would be going by myself because I don't have nobody to go with. I don't have nobody to go with. I really feel like just breaking down right now, seriously. People always talk about, a lot of females and guys too always talk about how, I'm always whining and complaining all the time. It's like we guys, especially to females, we guys always gotta keep our feelings bottled up. Like we always gotta act like robots. You know, we gotta act like fucking robots. We can't have feelings. That's a sign of weakness. So that's only because society has made them, conditioned them to think that way. Society has conditioned people to think that a man expressing how he feels is a sign of weakness. That's not a sign of weakness. It's not a sign of weakness. We human too. We guys are human too. You know, but I'm just feeling bad. About the YouTuber Kent. He talked to a female and she gave him the time of the day. And it's not just Kent, there's other guys too that I'm seeing in person. Hugging girls, giving girls hugs and shit. And then I see that and I'm just like, man, where, where's mine at? Where's my where's my hug at? Girls hugging me. Girls trying to hug me. This college is just, I hate this college. Like I said, I hate it. I can't make any friends here like that. And the only time I talk to people is if I see people from my classes. I just hate this college, man. And I just feel so defeated about life, period. And like I said, these classes are very, very, very difficult. I feel like I ain't gonna be able to, pass these classes, and I'm gonna fail. I ain't gonna, I'm not gonna do too well in my classes. I feel like I'm gonna fuck up. I'm just not gonna, pass my classes, and I'm just gonna, just, I feel like I'm just not gonna succeed, and I'm just gonna fall, man. I'm just gonna fall and crumble. You know, I feel like I'm already falling and crumbling right now. I just can't approach women. Like I told y'all, it's hard for me to approach women because of the bullshit that I have to go through. The bullshit that they put me through. It's their fault. It's not my fault. It's their fault. It's their fault for throwing me under the bus and treating me like shit. The women that I have approached, and I see the girl from my history class now, the one that rejected me. Dumb bitch. I hate her. I hate her now. I just feel so defeated, man. I really feel defeated. Guys telling me, that, they talked to this girl. She gave me the time. I talked to this girl. She gave me the time of the day. What about me? Why can't girls give me the time of the day? It's just fucking frustrating as hell, man. I just can't never win. Don't tell me I see what I think I see. Are you fucking serious? Right now. Remember when I was telling y'all? Hold up. Is that a boy or a girl? I can't even tell. Oh, that's a girl. Never mind. I thought that was a boy. Cause I see that Filipino girl that rejected me. I thought, cause she had her arms like wrapped around another girl's arm, a black girl arm, but I thought the black girl was a guy though. It looked like a guy from a distance, but it's a female. Never mind. I thought it was a guy. It's the same girl that rejected me. That dumb bitch. That rejected me. Like a month. Like I think a month. I think it's been a month now. But whatever. Fuck her. But I just can't never win, man. I can never win. Never win. I gotta go to class and ride. Actually, in about 5 minutes. I gotta go to this stupid class that I hate. But I just feel defeated, y'all. I just really feel defeated. I just can't attract women. I can't approach women because I feel too nervous to approach them. I can't even give them compliments. I can't even give a girl a compliment. I can't even do that without feeling nervous. Because if I do that 9 times out of 10, she's gonna, she's not gonna appreciate my compliment. I feel like I'm just going down, a dark path right now, man. I feel like I'm going down a dark, dark path. Kent, he found the light. I'm still in the darkness. The YouTuber, Kent, he's in the light. He found the light when he talked to that girl at the mall. He found the light. That was the light. That girl that he met at the mall. That was the light. The darkness for me, was when that girl rejected me. That was the darkness. I'm trapped in the darkness. I'm just shrouded in the darkness. I can't get out of the darkness. There's no light. I can't find the light at the end of the tunnel. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. It's just pure darkness. It's just pure darkness. I can't find the light. I can't find the light. Can't find that light. Ain't no light. I can't ever win, man. I don't know what else to say. I really don't know what else to say. Women just don't find me attractive, and I'm just gonna have to stay. You know, I'm just gonna have to be a virgin for the rest of my life. You know, I'm like, as soon as when I watched that video of Kent, when he was talking about that girl, I started getting these visions of Kent, actually making up with this girl, having sex with her. I started having like all these visions in my head, in my mind. You know, these visions in my mind. I'm like, oh man, like what if this actually happened? Like what if the girl was, doing this to Kent? What if she was doing that to Kent? And I'm just, I'm still stuck, single, and not, no girl, not wanting to give me the time of the day. You know, I hate making these kind of videos, but I gotta express myself, man. I gotta express myself, and I gotta get this shit off my chest. I just I ain't never gonna succeed when it comes to, the dating scene, you know, and I just don't think I don't think I'm gonna succeed here at this college, man, because the work here is just very difficult, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to pass my classes. I don't think I'm gonna succeed I don't think I'm gonna succeed academically, or in the dating scene. I'm just a total just failure at everything. I can't talk to women without feeling nervous. I can't approach them without I can't approach them without feeling nervous. And I'm just a total reject, man. Women just don't want to. They don't appreciate nice guys like me, because they think guys like me are just weak, and just, you know are just no good. They think we're no good, when in fact they're the ones that they're the ones that's no good. The ones that think that we're not no good. You know, I ain't never gonna succeed, man. Never. See all these females up here, and I get so, a lot of people might think that I'm, a pervert and all this other bullshit, and they think that you know, I'm just a creep. But I don't give a damn, man. Every time I see women up here, I get turned on. I get really turned on when I see a lot of these females, man. Like right now, I'm getting turned on seeing females right now. You know, I get really, really, really turned on, and it made me want to do some things, man, that I don't even want to mention. It made me want to do some things, you know. Unfortunately, by myself, you know. But I just feel defeated. Kent, he's a winner, and I'm a loser at the end of the day. Females think that he's more attractive. Females don't think I'm attractive. I'm just a piece of shit to women. To Kent, women think that Kent is just, he's a winner. He's a winner. I'm a loser. I'm a loser. I can't help but to stop. I can't help, feeling jealous about, Kent. I can't help it, because it hurts. It hurts, that he's succeeding when he feels the same way I feel, but yet we're still feeling the same way, but yet he still succeeds, even, and just leaves me in the dust, man. Just left in the dust. But, what can I say, man? I'm just a fucking failure. But that's all I gotta say, y'all. I'm about to go to class, and I just really feel sad. I really feel sad. And that's all I gotta say. I'm out. Peace.